Hey y'all, today I'm going to talk to you about braids. We all know that Solange and Beyonce brought back the twists, the braids, the dookie braids, the micro braids, every type of braid that you can think about, and every natural woman or every woman black woman in America was so happy that they came back because they are so convenient. But there's some tips that y'all need to know when you're getting your hair braided. Now for me, I go and get my hair done professionally usually by the African shops. One thing that I really make sure that I tell the ladies who are braiding my hair is don't go so tight around my edges. There is like this ingrained thing where they just feel like they have to pull every last baby hair, every last little hair that you have around your edges into a braid. So first things first, when you sit into the chair, make sure you say, please go easy around my edges, because your edges will fall off and then you'll have the little braids like dangling, because it's a little bit of hair and it's like this big braid that you have, or it'll fall out, which you don't want to happen. And plus your edges are always extra sensitive anyway. Another way to keep your edges from like falling apart while you have braids in your hair, don't pull your hair back too tight, especially when you first get them done. Usually when I get now that I have more wisdom, I don't pull my braids back into like ponytail styles or updos or anything until maybe 2 or 3 weeks after I've gotten my braids done. Because one, they're tight and you have a headache. That's another thing. Take 2 Advil before you get your hair braided. And also your edges are very sensitive, so you don't want to pull out your edges. 3, another way to keep your edges good. I heard that castor oil is really good, so I started using it, and it's actually been very beneficial during my time of using, during my time of having braids in my hair. So castor oil helps with your, I don't know what it helps with. I couldn't give you any technical thing. I just know it works. So you'll have to take my word on that one. Another thing that I use, and you can find that at Walmart, Target, any beauty supply store, castor oil. This is the Hollywood Beauty version of it, but you don't have to get the Hollywood Beauty version. Another thing that I've used even when I was a child, it's called the All Natural Braid Oil. There's a lot of oils in here. You have olive oil, sesame seed oil, soy oil, herbal complex, and of course your vitamin E. This is really good to spray on your braids. I usually spray it on maybe once or twice a week at night before I go to bed. And this helps keep my braids and my hair, my natural hair, looking fresh and staying moisturized, so that when I take out my braids, my hair isn't all brittle and falling and breaking off. Another great product to use, and this is not labeled because this is grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is found in the cooking aisle, something I had to learn. In the cooking aisle next to the olive oil. Yes, the cooking aisle. So I just put the grapeseed oil in this bottle because it was convenient to spray, and I just sprayed that on there too, and it makes your hair feel soft. And I also use this on my natural hair even when it's not braided. Another thing that I use when the edges start coming or loosening up is I'll use the Curllage Passion Fruit Curl Control. They call it paste. So basically your edge control, and this actually is a really good edge control. Even when I don't have braids in my hair, it helps the edges to stay flat. It also doesn't like gook up, so you don't get that nasty white flaky stuff. Yeah, a lot of edge controls do that. This one doesn't, and make sure you have a good brush. Put it up. So for your braids, make sure you have good products to moisturize. I wouldn't particularly put a conditioner on it, only because I feel like that probably will make your braids slippery and they might fall out. So I didn't try it, but if you feel a need to do a conditioner, do a conditioner. Another thing, you can shampoo your braids. I actually talked to a friend who had no idea that you could wash your hair while you had your braids in. It's very simple. Just take your shampoo and go in between the parts, massage it in, and rinse it out. I usually do it in the shower because it's easier. Your braids will be heavy, and it does take like a day for it to dry. So if you're going to wash your hair, make sure that you're not going to be in any place where you're going to be cold or catch pneumonia or something. So be mindful of that. Don't leave your braids in forever, because if you're natural, your hair will start locking. So you don't want your hair to start locking. That's going to be a problem. So don't leave your braids in for longer than 3 months. And then you can always get your edges refreshed. I got my edges refreshed after a month of having them in. So the middle, I didn't get rebraided, but I got my edges rebraided. And it usually takes half the time to do the edges that it took to do your entire head. And usually the stylist will take them out for you and then rebraid them. And I think that's it. That's it, yeah. So let us know if you have any questions. Love you guys. Thanks for watching.